You flip your first card and find it's a 7. If you changed it to an ace, you feel like you're in heaven. On Card Sharks! This is the game where a single turn of the cards can win you up to $32,000 in cash. Now, here's your host, the star of Card Sharks, Brandon Scruggs. Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Card Sharks right here at MVG Productions. Glad to have you aboard with us on this one. On our last episode, we crowned a brand new champion here on Card Sharks. He's back with us today. See if he can add to his cash total of this amazing run he has started out on. So let's meet our players for this first game of Card Sharks. Starting with our current reigning champion, who's 2-game now. Cash winnings total $8,100. We have Ricky. Ricky, welcome back, sir.
Thank you, Brandon. It's good to be back.
Yes. Have you thought about what you're going to do with some of the money you've won so far?
Well, I plan on taking a nice vacation.
All right. Any place in particular?
Well, I would love to go to New York or Orlando.
Nice. Good. Two great city choices. Been to Orlando once. Amazing city. Love being there. Well, anyway, good luck to you today. Hopefully add some more money to your winnings here. We'll see how you do. And playing playing against you in this first game of Card Sharks, we have Mr. Justin Ray. Justin, welcome back to the show, sir.
Thank you, Brandon. Looking forward to taking this champion on.
Yes, again, first time on the show yesterday, he pulled off an amazing start for a rookie here on the show. Looking to see if he can add to his winnings there. But anyway, you are quite familiar with this, and you are ready to get started on it?
Oh, yes.
All right, well, best of luck to you both, guys. You know how this works. It's a simple game of high-low. Again, all your cards cross the rows in order to win the game. Remember, it takes 2 games to win the match, and winner goes on to the money cards for a shot to win up to $32,000 in cash. All right, so good luck to you both.
Thank you.
Let's get started with our first game up for today with our first question. Of course, going to our champion Ricky, who will be playing the red cards. Our challenger Justin will be playing the blue cards. All right, Ricky, we asked 100 people, which would you rather do? Would you rather receive $1 million in cash right now, or flip a coin for a chance to win $1 billion? How many of 100 people said they'd take the million right now?
Well, personally, I'm pretty sure I have the money right now. So, I'm going to say that's going to be kind of high. About 65.
All right, 65 out of 100 said they'd take the million right now. Justin, higher or lower than 65?
Oh, that's a hard number to call. But I do agree with him, though. I don't believe I'd take a 50-50 chance at winning $1 billion versus a guaranteed million right in front of my face. So I'm going to actually say that number is going to be a little bit higher.
Let's say even higher than that. Okay, of course, if if the answer is higher, Justin plays his cards. If it's not higher, Ricky, champion, will play his cards first. The actual number of people who would rather take $1 million now versus flipping a coin for $1 billion is 56. It is not higher.
Well,
all right, a lot of gamblers apparently are the folks we asked here. All right, Ricky, it means you're going to be playing first. You get to take a look at your base card for this first game of Card Sharks, and your base card is going to be a 9.
I don't like it. Change it.
All right, change it with the next card off the top of the deck. That 9 now becomes an 8, right up the middle.
Oh, God. Let's go lower.
All right, going lower than the 8. Yes, it's a 6.
Praise it.
Gonna freeze right there, taking the 1 card advantage over your opponent. As we go to question number 2 now, this one for Justin. Justin, We asked 100 people, would you rather marry a new random person every year or marry one random person and stick with it for your lifetime? How many of 100 people said they'd rather marry one random person and stick with it for their lifetime?
Me personally, I wouldn't just marry somebody randomly like that. I'd say that is going to be a low number, somewhere in the neighborhood of 30.
Okay, 30 out of 100 said they'd marry one random person and stick with them. Ricky, higher or lower than 30?
I personally agree with Justin. However, I feel that the number is going to be just a little bit higher.
A little bit higher than that. Let's see. The actual number of people who would marry one random person and stick with them versus marrying a new random person every year is 68. It is higher.
Good grief.
More than I thought it was going to be.
Me too.
I think it's because people are so committed to having a long-lasting relationship. So if you meet a random person that you have somewhat compatibility with, they tend to want to stick with them and try to make it work. Or at least that's how I'm reading it. But anyway, Ricky, you're in control of the cards. You've got that 6.
Can I change it?
You can, because you won the question. That 6 now becomes an ace.
All right, lower.
Going lower than the ace. Another 6. Good change.
I'll take a chance and go higher.
Let's get it on. Higher than the 6. Yes, it's a jack.
Gotta go for it. Lower.
Lower for game 1 of the match at $250. Lower than the jack. It's an 8. He's done it.
Wow, good job.
Thank you very much, Justin.
There you go. And just like that, Ricky picks up the first game of the match, giving himself another $250 in cash, needing just one more game to win the match. Justin, you got to try to get in. You try to get in on this one because he's a good player. He hasn't even let you turn over a card yet.
I know it, right?
All right, so let's deal some new cards off the top of the deck. Remember, if you remember the cards that have been played, it will help you tremendously in your game. As we go to question number 1 for our second game here to our champion, Ricky. We asked 100 internet users, which web browser do you prefer using, Google Chrome or Firefox? How many of 100 people said they like using Google Chrome?
I personally use Google Chrome, so I think that number's going to be pretty high. 75.
All right, 75 out of 100 said they prefer using Google Chrome. Justin, higher or lower than 75?
Well, I am a Google Chrome user also, and I don't know if that's going to end up being a little bit higher or not. I'm going to have to go a little bit lower.
Stay a little lower.
He may have it right on the money, but...
Well, I've personally used both, and for the sake of using resources on your computer, Google Chrome uses just a little bit less than Firefox does. But both are great browsers, so as long as you're not using Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge, you're doing pretty good. Just saying, in a personal opinion. But anyway, the actual number of people who would like using Google Chrome versus Firefox is 78. Is just a smidge higher.
Oh my gosh.
Ricky almost on the button there.
Wow.
And again, remember, players, that if you get an answer directly on the nose here in Card Shark, you will earn yourself a $500 bonus. For that.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, but Ricky, you get this chance to play your base card, and your base card for this second game is going to be a deuce.
Higher.
Higher than the deuce. An 8 right up the middle.
Freeze.
Freezing right there, taking the 1 card advantage again over the challenger. As we go to question 2, this one goes to Justin. Justin, we asked 100 people, would you rather be a child forever or be an adult forever? How many of our 100 people said they'd rather be an adult forever?
Oh, boy. Well, just recently turning 30, I'd give anything to be a kid again. So I'm going to say being an adult forever is going to end up being a low number. I'm going to say 35.
35 out of 100 said they'd rather be an adult forever. Ricky, higher or lower than 35?
Well, that's a tough one, but I myself would like to be a kid again, so I'm going to go against the odds and go even lower.
Go even lower than that. Interesting to see what it comes up with. The actual number of people who would rather be an adult forever versus being a child forever is 45. It is not lower.
Wow.
That is actually quite surprising, because I figured it would be lower than that myself. But alright, Justin, you won the right to play your card, so let's take a look at your first base card in this game. Need to top the match. An ace!
Alright, I have an ace. Lower, please.
Alright, going on lower than the ace. It's a deuce!
Higher.
Going on higher than the deuce. It's a 5.
I can play off of that. Let's go higher again.
Going on higher than the 5. No! A 2! Lose all 3 of those cards, giving Ricky a free chance to play with the 8.
I'm sorry, Justin.
That's all.
I'm going to go higher.
Alright, higher than the 8. It's a 10.
Tough card to call.
I'm going to freeze.
Gonna freeze, take that extra card advantage there, needing 2 more cards to go head back to the money cards. As we go to question number 3 now, goes back to our champion, Ricky. Ricky, we asked 100 people, would you rather be in your pajamas all day or be in a suit and tie all day? How many of 100 people said they'd rather be in their pajamas all day?
Well, I very rarely wear a suit and tie, and I wear pajamas more often. So I think that number is going to be kind of high. About 70.
70 out of 100 said they'd rather be in their pajamas all day. Justin, higher or lower than 70?
I'm going to have to call it just a little bit lower than that, but he's right. I would personally prefer to be in pajamas all day. I hate wearing a suit and tie.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Your boy here looks real good in a suit and tie, but I'm one that's always my normal wear for me is t-shirt and jeans, 24/7 if I could. But if I don't, but trust me, if I don't have to go anywhere, I am in my PJs more often than not. Because again, relaxation, comfort, don't have to really think about it too much. But we'll see. Actual number of people who would rather wear their PJs all day versus wearing a suit and tie is 67. It's just a smidge lower.
Oh,
yes.
Y'all dancing around some perfect bids there. All right, Justin, we go back to the cards. You're playing that ace.
Lower again.
Going on, lower than the ace. It's a 5.
Didn't work out for me so good last time, but I'm going to go higher again on it.
Try it again. Higher than the 5 this time. No, another 4.
Oh, damn, now.
That 4 is a killer today.
Lord.
All right, Ricky.
I'm sorry, Justin.
Ricky, free shot with that 10.
Okay, lower.
Going on, lower than the 10. It's a 3.
Wow.
Please, for the love of God, be higher.
Higher to game of the match, retain the championship. Higher than a 3. It's a 5. He's done it. Congratulations, another win for you. Yeah, that gives you $8,600. You're going back to the money cards in just a moment. Justin virtually ran up against a juggernaut here on the show, so we thank you for playing. We'll have some nice parting gifts for you. All right, folks, with that said, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, Ricky's playing the money cards right after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Card Sharks here. We're still with our champion, Ricky. He's now up to $8,600, and he is ready to take his shot at the money cards. Didn't get a chance to explain the rules to you yesterday, but you're quite familiar with the game, so I'll just go through them really quickly here for our new viewers. Money cards work like this. He starts with $200 of brand new betting money. He bets his way across the bottom row, calling higher or lower, until he gets to the second row. He gets an additional $400 there, bets his way across the second row. Again, minimum bets are $50, and you must bet in $50 increments all the way till you get up to the top row, which is the big bet, where you must bet at least half of your winnings. If you can do a perfect double bet in everything on every turn of the cards all the way to the top of the board, you can win $32,000. $1,000 in cash. We've had one person come real close, winning $28,000 earlier this season. I'd like to see somebody actually pull it off here. Maybe Ricky could be that lucky one. Oh, and one more thing as well. You can change one card on each level with one of the 3 base bonus cards on the side of the board, okay? So if you're ready, sir, good luck to you. Let's deal out those cards and give you a fresh $200 in bet money. All right, good luck to you as we start you off in the money this round of the money cards with an 8.
Change it with number 3.
All right, change it with card number 3. That 8 now becomes a 6.
Okay. $50 higher.
All right, minimum bet $50 higher than the 6. No, it's a 4. You lose 50 on that, but you have a better card with $150 and a 4.
All right, 100 higher.
Going on $100 higher than the 4. Yes, it's a 5. You're back up to $250 now and a 5.
Okay, I'm gonna go $100.
All right, $100
higher.
Okay, there. Had some audio cut out there for a second. $100 higher than the 5. No, a 2. You lose 100 there. But you've got $150 and a great card as we move it up to our second row. Give you that additional $400 in betting money. You're now up to $550 and a deuce, sir.
All of it higher.
Bet in the house. Can't lose on a push here. So $550 higher than the 2. It's a 6. There you go. Up to $1,100 now.
I would like to change it with number 2, please.
All right. Change it with card number 2. That 6 now becomes a jack.
500 lower.
Big bet on the jack. $500. Lower than the jack. Yes, it's a 5. Up to $1,600 now.
100 higher.
All right, not had much luck with these 5s today. We'll see if we can turn it around. $100 higher than the 5. No, it's a 2. You lose the 100, but you've got $1,500 as we move up the 2 to the big bet line.
All of it higher. All of it higher.
Must bet at least $750. He's going to bet the house again. Can't lose on this one. Either finishing with $1,500 or $3,000. All of it higher than a 2. It's a queen. We got a winner. Yeah. Nicely done. $3,000 more added to your winnings, Ricky. Brings you now to a total of $11,600. And you are going to play against another opponent in just a moment. So right now, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll get Ricky another opponent. We got more Card Sharks on the way. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Card Sharks here. Our champion, Ricky, just getting win after win here, up to $11,600 after his 3rd win here. Ready to take on his next opponent, so let's meet him now. Playing against him this time, we have the other Justin of this group here, Justin Noyes. Justin, welcome in.
Thank you.
All right, are you ready to tackle the card, sir? See if you can take down the rookie champion.
I'm ready.
Well, best of luck to you both. Let's jump right into our first game here on this Card Sharks. Question with the champion to Ricky. Ricky, we asked 100 expecting parents, if you could pick the sex of your child, what would you choose, male or female? How many of 100 expecting parents said they'd like to have a baby boy?
It's a pretty tough one. I'm going to say 40.
All right, 40 out of 100 said they'd like to have a baby boy. Justin, higher or lower than 40?
I'm going to say higher.
Let's say even higher than that. Let's see. The actual number of people who would rather have a baby boy versus a baby girl is 51. It is higher. It is literally split down the middle. One either way. All right, we take a look at this base card for Justin this first game here. Your base opening card is an 8.
Change it.
All right, we're going to change that 8 with the next card off the top of the deck. That 8 now becomes a 9.
I'm going to go lower.
Gonna go, all right, lower than the 9. No, it's an ace. You lose that card there, giving the champion Ricky a chance to play with his cards. Your opening card this time is a 9.
A 9?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go lower than that.
All right, going on lower than the 9. It's a 6.
I'll go for it and go higher.
All right, risking it higher than the 6. It's a queen.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, you got it. You call from a queen.
I just tell you there was audio issues.
No, we're good. We're good on this side. Just call from the queen.
All right. I'll go lower.
Went on lower than the queen. It's a jack.
Lower.
For game 1 of the match and a $500 bonus, lower than the jack. It's a 10. He's done it.
Wow.
And just like that, the clean sweep right there, giving you $750. And got that one, the $250 for the win, plus the $500 bonus for the clean sweep. Brings you up to $12,350 now, and you're needing just one more game in order to head back to the money cards. Again, Justin playing against a very hot opponent here, so we'll see what you could do. Let's deal the cards out for the next game here, see if Justin can catch back up. As we go to question number 1 for this second game here, and this one goes to Justin. All right, Justin, we asked 100 people, would you rather wear the same clothes for an entire week or not take a shower for a week? How many of 100 people said they'd rather not take a shower for a week?
Oh, jeez. Well, I try my best every day to shower.
Yeah, very important. Stay clean, folks.
And I'm going to give Ricky a coin toss of 50.
50 right up the middle, all right? Ricky, higher or lower than 50?
And you said how many people would rather not take a shower for a week?
Yes, not take a shower for a week versus wearing the same clothes for a week.
I'd rather wear the same clothes, so it's going to be lower.
Let's say lower than that. Alright, interested to see what this one is. The actual number of people that would rather not take a shower for a week versus wearing the same clothes for a week is 28. It is lower. Alright, so that means, Ricky, you get a chance to play your cards again. We start you off with this base card of a 4.
Great card. Higher.
Going on, higher than the 4. Now we're 3.
Wow.
Lose that base card there, giving the challenger a chance to get back in this game. Starting off with a 5.
Higher.
Going on, higher than the 5. An ace.
Lower.
Alright, lower than the ace. It's a 7.
Freeze.
Freezing right there, taking the 2-card advantage over the champion, needing this one to tie it up. Go to question number 2, this one for our champion, Ricky. Ricky, we asked 100 people, would you rather be extremely attractive or be married to someone who's extremely attractive? How many of 100 people said they'd rather be the ones that's extremely attractive?
Oh, boy. Well, if you get truly attractive, then a lot of people would probably want to be around you. Whereas if you're with someone attractive, you would just be with that person. So I'm going to say 35.
All right, 35 out of 100 said they'd rather be the extremely attractive one. Justin, higher or lower than 35?
I'm going to say higher.
Let's say even higher than that. All right, the actual number of people who would rather be the extremely attractive one in their relationship versus being married to someone who's extremely attractive is 53. It is higher.
Yes.
All right, Justin, back in control of the cards again. You've got the 7.
Change it.
All right, changing the 7. You won the question. You have the right to do that. The 7 now becomes an ace.
Lower.
Going on lower than the ace. Yes, it's a 5.
I'm going to play it and go higher.
To tie up the match, higher than a 5. Yes, it's an 8. He's done it.
Good job, Justin.
All right. Congratulations to Justin picking himself up $250 there. All tied up now, 1 game apiece. We're going to have to go to a tiebreaker match. So, folks, with that said, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, tiebreaker round to see who's going on back to the money cards. Do that right after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Card Sharks here. Both players with 1 game in this matchup here. It's going to be down to tiebreaker rules now. 3 cards on the board, 3 questions in this round. Who's going to be playing the money cards? We'll find out here in just a minute. But right now, this first question in this round goes to the challenger, Justin. Justin, we asked 100 people this question. Which profession would you rather be? A doctor or a lawyer? How many of 100 people said they'd rather be a lawyer?
Lawyer. Well, that'd be a lawyer. I think you have to go to law school for that.
That's true.
Let's see here. 73.
73 out of 100 said they'd rather be a lawyer. Ricky, higher or lower than 73?
What was the other option?
Which would you rather be, a doctor or a lawyer in this case? We asked how many people would be a lawyer.
I'm gonna go lower.
I'll say lower than that. All right, the actual number of people that would rather be a lawyer versus being a doctor is 34. It is lower.
Way lower.
All right, the champion gets all important control of the cards first in this tiebreaker round, and we start with his base card this time of a 9.
Oh, change that.
Changing that 9. Next card off the top of the deck, the 9 is now an 8. Ugh.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
50-50.
Lower.
Going on lower than the 8. A 2!
Higher.
For the game and the match, higher than the 2. It's a jack. He's done it! The champ gets away with another win there. Up to $12,600 going back to the money cards again here in just a second. Well, Justin, you gave the champ a run for his money. Unfortunately, this wasn't quite enough here. We thank you for playing. You've got $250, and we'll get some nice parting gifts for you. And we'll definitely have you back on another episode, all right?
All right.
All right, Ricky, you ready to go see if you can tackle these money cards?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's come on over here. Let's play the money cards. All right, chance there for another $32,000 for Ricky. So we're going to go ahead and deal those cards out for you. Good luck to you. And here's $200. And we start you off with this base card this time of a queen.
Very good card. I'm going to go $100 lower.
All right, $100 lower than the queen. It's an 8. You're up to $300.
Oh, change that.
All right.
With number 3.
All right, changing with number 3. That 8 now becomes a 9. A little better.
Ooh.
Not much.
I'm going to have to go $50 lower.
All right, minimum bet $50 lower than the 9. It's a 3. You're up to $350.
$250 higher.
All right, big bet on this one. $250 higher than the 3. Yes, it's a king. Good card. You got $600 on a king. We take that king up to the next level. We put it up to $1,000 now, and a king.
$750 lower.
Big bet on the king. We do not want to see an ace here. $750. No. Lower than the king. Another 3. $1,750 and a 3, sir. What you gonna do?
$1,250 higher.
All right, $1,250 Higher than the 3. Yes, it's a 5, up to $3,000.
Can I change it with number 1, please?
You can, changing that 5. He's not had much luck with him in the money cards this time around. We'll see. That 5 now becomes a 10.
Oh, boy. I'm going to go 200 lower.
All right, small bet on this one, $200, lower than the 10. No, it's a queen. You lose the 200 there. But now we move the queen up to the big bet line. You have a great card, queen. You have $2,800, so you must bet at least $1,400 on this one. Or you could change the queen if you'd like.
I'll keep it 2,200 lower.
All right, $2,200, lower than the queen. If you get it right, you walk with $5,000. If you're wrong, you lose with $600. Let's see, $2,200, lower than the queen. It's a deuce! Winner!
All right.
Congratulations, another $5,000 for you, Ricky. That brings you up to $17,600 in cash. And you're still the champion here on Card Sharks. And, folks, with that said, we are going to take another commercial break because we still got time on this episode. So we're going to play another game of Card Sharks. We'll do that right after this, so stay tuned. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Card Sharks here. Ricky has done quite an impressive run here in his debut here on Card Sharks. Now has $17,600 and is ready to see if he can claim the top spot on the leaderboard here with another win here, but he's got a tough opponent to do it against. Playing against him in this final game on this episode of Card Sharks, we have Mr. Eric Lima. Eric, welcome back, sir.
Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land.
Eric's actually not had that much luck with the cards so far this season, but he's a really good player and has the capability of getting a hot streak at any time. But are you ready to see if you can take that championship crown for yourself, Eric?
What I've seen Ricky can do, he's one of the toughest players out there. Let's get it done to see if I can get him better.
All right, well, good luck to both of you. It's going to be a great game here. Let's get started with our final game of Card Sharks for this episode. Starting with, of course, a question to our champion, Ricky. Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
We asked 100 wrestling fans on this one, which is always a fun when we get the wrestling questions, because I myself am quite the wrestling aficionado, I would say. Which WWE superstar would you rather have as a substitute teacher for a week? John Cena or The Rock? How many of 100 people said they'd rather have John Cena?
I personally do like John Cena, so I'll say 65. That's going to be kind of high.
All right, 65 out of 100 said they'd rather have John Cena as a substitute teacher. Eric, higher or lower than 65?
Oh, this is a tough one, man. I'm a big fan of both guys. You know, John Cena from my home state of Massachusetts, The Rock, my all-time favorite WWE superstar. I mean, well, knowing that the demographic nowadays is the youngsters and they all love Cena, it's going to be a little bit higher than 65, though. I have a feeling.
All right, you're going to say even higher than that. I'm curious to see what the answer is myself on this one. Actual number of wrestling fans who would like to have John Cena as their substitute teacher for a week versus The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is 51. It's not higher.
Wow.
That is literally a coin toss between the two.
Oh, that's popular. That's why.
It is interesting to see. All right, Ricky, we go over to you, sir. We start with your base card this game of a 10.
Change it, please.
All right, changing with the next card off the top of the deck. The 10 now becomes a deuce.
Higher!
Higher than the deuce. Yes, it's an 8 up the middle.
Freeze.
I'm going to freeze right there, taking the one card advantage over your opponent. We go to question number 2 now. Goes to our challenger, Eric. Eric, we asked 100 people. Would you rather be able to change your name or change your appearance? How many of 100 people said they'd rather change their appearance?
Oh boy, that's another tough. This is another tough call to make. Change names versus change appearance. Well, if you don't like the way you look, many people will like go out and work out and try to lose weight and all that, but maybe too expensive if you're going to go the plastic surgery route. But I would say it's a fairly low number. I'm going to go with 48 on this one.
All right, 48 of 100 said they'd rather change their appearance. Ricky, higher or lower than 48?
Well, personally, I think people look good the way they are, so I'm going to say lower.
I'll say even lower than that. All right, the actual number of people who would rather change their appearance versus changing their name is 67. It is not lower.
Well,
very surprising there. All right, the challenger gets to start this time. Take a look at his base card of a 4.
Go higher than the 4.
Going on, higher than the 4. It's a 6.
Okay. Let's go higher than the 6. I want to play that 6.
All right, higher than the 6. A king.
Lower.
Going on, lower than the king. A 5.
Oh, that rotten card. But I'm going to go all the way. Go higher.
Going for the $500 bonus. Higher than a 5. No! It's the 4. You lose all the cards. Ugh. Oh, I hate to see that one that happens. Ricky, a free shot with the 8.
higher.
Higher than the 8. A queen.
Lower.
Lower than the queen. A 9.
Raise it.
Freezing right there, needing just one more card to win game 1 of this matchup here. So we go to question number 3, back to the champion, Ricky. Ricky, we asked 100 people this question. Would you which actors' movies would you always? Yeah, let me just read it as is here without trying to rephrase it slightly. We asked 100 people. Would you rather always watch Nicolas Cage movies or always watch Owen Wilson movies? How many of 100 people said they'd rather always watch Nicolas Cage movies?
Well, I personally think both actors are good, but I'm more of an Owen Wilson guy. So I'm going to say about 30.
Going 30 out of 100, all right? Eric, higher or lower than 30?
That's a tough call to make. Both Nicolas Cage and Owen Wilson are very good actors. And I'm more a fan of Owen Wilson than Nicolas Cage. But it depends on what your favorite kind of movie is. And Nicolas Cage is more of an action type actor. So if people like action. So man, will be a little bit higher than that.
You go higher than that. I see. The actual number of people that would rather always watch Nicolas Cage movies versus Owen Wilson movies is 61. It is higher.
Ooh.
All right, Eric, a chance to play your cards with a 4.
Go higher than the 4. Keep that.
Come on, higher than the 4. A queen.
Lower.
Going on, lower than the queen. An 8, right up the middle.
Oh, son of a biscuit monkey. What am I going to do in this situation? Let's go. I want to try it and go lower. Risky.
Risking on the 8, lower. No! She went the other way. It's ace. Ricky, a chance for game 1. Call it from the 9.
Lower.
Lower for game 1. No! Ace got you too. All right, lose the 9. Lose the 9. Back to the 9 there. Just needing just one more card there. Again, 4th and final question now. Someone must win on this play of the cards. The question, of course, goes to our challenger, Eric. All right, we asked 100 people this one. Do you prefer wearing glasses or contacts? How many of 100 people said they prefer wearing contacts?
That's gonna be. Oh, it's so good. I'm a glasses guy. I'm wearing glasses right now. Glasses are much easier things to find than contacts. So I'm gonna say it's a pretty low number, but let's try 25 people. 25.
All right, 25 out of 100 said they prefer contacts. Ricky, higher or lower than 25?
I personally agree with Eric. I wear glasses too. However, I think the number is just going to be a smidge higher.
Nice, smidge higher than that. For all important control on this one, the actual number of people who would prefer contacts over glasses is 61. It is higher. All right, Ricky, here's the situation. You've got that 9. You need only one card to win the first game of the match. You can play it from yours, or you can pass it to Eric. Has to play it from the 4. Needs all 4 cards to win the round. So the option is yours, sir. Do you want to play your cards or pass it to Eric?
All yours, Eric.
Eric,
All right,
coming to you. You got one shot at this. You miss one card. Ricky wins game 1 of the match. But if you manage to get all the way to the end, it's a $500 bonus, sir. Call it from the 4. Higher than the 4. A king.
Lower than the king.
Lower than the king. A jack.
Lower than the jack.
Lower than the jack. No, it's a queen, and Ricky wins game number 1. All right.
Good try, Eric.
I know.
Tough.
It happened.
Tough break there, Ricky. Picking up game number 1 there on this one. Up to $17,850. We're going to take a quick commercial break, folks, and pause to see if Eric can get back into this game. We'll do that right after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Card Sharks here. Our champion Ricky's up 1-0 in this final match of the episode. Eric needs both games to try to come back and win. We'll see how he does here. We go to this first question, of course, to our champion Ricky. Ricky, we asked 100
Yes.
we asked 100 social media users. Which service would you rather stop using? Facebook or YouTube? How many of 100 people said they'd rather stop using Facebook?
Oh boy, that's gonna be kind of a low. I know a lot of people, myself included, love using Facebook.
Same.
So I'm gonna say about 30.
30 out of 100 said they'd stop using Facebook. Eric, higher or lower than 30?
I like these provoking questions. They're totally awesome here. Facebook over YouTube, huh? I think if they stop, I think Facebook could cause a lot of drama sometimes. I've seen it happen. I believe a lot of people want to drop off Facebook sometimes. I'm going to say a little bit higher than that.
All right, a little bit higher than that. Personally, for the sake of this channel, I would never stop using YouTube because, again, this is why I'm doing this, for fun and personal benefit here. Plus, like I said, I just really like hosting game shows. That's just me. But anyway, actual number of people that would rather stop using Facebook versus stop using YouTube is 80.
Wow.
That makes me so happy on a personal level. That folks rather give up using Facebook and dealing with all the stuff that comes with that and continue to watch their favorite content creators here on YouTube. Like myself. Subscribe if you haven't, by the way. All right, Eric, free chance to play your cards. You start out the base card this time, a 9.
I must change that 9. It sucks.
He must
Yep.
change the 9, and the 9 now becomes a jack.
Lower than the jack.
Lower than the jack. Good change. It was another 9.
And I'm going to freeze on that 9.
All right, keeping the champion away from his cards, which may be the strategy here at this point. Go to question number 2, which goes to our challenger, Eric.
Oh, once again.
Eric, we asked 100 internet users on this one.
Internet.
Yes. Would you rather have a hard copy of your internet browsing history given to every single person you know, or never use the internet again? How many of 100 people said they'd rather never use the internet again?
Oh, that's a very interesting question.
Yes, think about this one before you answer it.
Yeah. When it comes to internet browsing history, before I shut off my computer, I make sure I delete my internet browsing history. So, never use the internet again. Shoot. That's going to be a fairly middle of the road number because I think either way, some people can't do without the internet. I'm going to go 50 on this one.
Going 50 out of 100 on this one. Coin toss for you, Ricky. Higher or lower than 50?
I'll go lower.
Go lower. He said lower. There we go.
Yes.
Actual number of people that would rather never use the internet again versus having everyone have a copy of their internet browsing history is 31. It is lower.
Oh.
Which, yes, and before somebody else mentions it, I'm just going to say it myself. That means the actual number of people that rather have a hard copy of their internet browsing history given to everyone that they know is 69. I find that ironic. Anyway, Ricky, you get to control the cards with your base card this time of a 5.
I'll play it and I'll go higher.
Higher than the 5. It's a jack.
Let's go lower.
Oh man, lower than the jack. No, an ace. You lose those 2 cards. Free chance for the challenger, Eric, with his 9.
Well, I'm going to go with the odds with this one, go lower.
Going on. Lower than the 9. No! The jack of diamonds got you 2. Lose that.
Yeah.
Lose that base card there. Go to question number 3. This one goes to Ricky. Ricky, we asked other people. Would you rather be able to drive any car that you'd want, or be driven everywhere in any car you want for the rest of your life? How many of 100 people said they'd rather drive any car that they would like to?
Well, personally, I would rather drive, and I would love to drive the older cars. I'm gonna go 68 on this one.
68 out of 100. All right, Eric, higher or lower than 68?
Well, it depends on what kind of car you get. My dad's a car guy, and believe me, if you want to drive what kind of car you get, you're going to have to shell out a lot of money. So I'm going to have to go a little lower than that, though.
I'm going to go a little lower than that. Interesting to see how this one is. Actual number of people who'd rather drive any car that they want versus being driven anywhere in any car that they want for the rest of their life is 77 is not lower.
Wow.
All right, Ricky, a chance to play with your cards. You got that 5.
I'll keep it higher.
Going on, higher than the 5. No, a 2. 2 got you there. Eric, a chance to play with the 9 again.
All right, I'm sick and tired of seeing face cards behind that 9. Lower.
Lower than the 9. It's a 4.
Higher.
Higher than the 4. A 7.
I'm going to freeze there.
Freezing there, needing just 1 card to win the second game of the match. He needs this one to tie it up. As we come to our 4th and final question this time, someone must win on this play of the cards. And the question now goes to our challenger, Eric. All right, Eric, we asked 100 people on this one. All right, we asked. This is an interesting one, to say the least. We asked 100 people here. Would you rather find out that your parents are actually secret spies, or find out that your parents are actually aliens? How many of 100 people said they'd like to find out if their parents are actually secretly aliens?
Oh boy, that would be a low number because that would traumatize you for life. But it would be I'd say it would be super cool to have your parents as super spies, and that way you can assist them in a way of making weapons for them or something like that. If I did that, I would make clones of them. That way, I'd get the clones to get killed and let them, let the real ones run around and try to solve crime. So I would say that would be a low number, though. I would have to go with 35 on this one.
All right, 35 out of 100 say they'd rather find out their parents are secretly alien. Ricky, higher or lower than 35?
You said how many are aliens?
Yes. Like space alien, not like illegal immigrant alien.
I'm going to go a smidge higher.
Just a smidge higher than that. I'm curious to see what the answer is on this one myself. Actual number of people that would like to find out their parents are secretly alien versus their parents find out being they're secretly spies is 37. It is a smidge higher. All right, Ricky, here's the situation. Roles are kind of reversed in this one now. You're the one that needs 4 cards to win the game. Eric has a 7 and he only needs 1 card. So the option is yours, sir. Again, pass or play this time.
I gotta pass it to Eric.
All right, Eric, ball's in your court. One card to call. To get it right, you will tie up the match. If you are wrong, however, Ricky retains the championship. Call it from the 7.
I'm going with the odds. Higher.
All right, to tie up the match, higher than a 7. No, it's a 3, and Ricky's done it again. Wow, congratulations to you, Ricky, once again. Your 5th win in a row on Card Sharks here. You're up to $18,100. You're going back to play the money cards here in just a second. Well, Eric, what can I say, man? He's on a roll right now. What can I say?
The cards are against me in this one, man. I gotta tell you, it's been crazy.
Yeah, it's been rough, but again, we want to thank you so much for playing, and we will definitely have you back again in the future episodes. All right, Ricky, you ready to go see if you can win some more money in the money cards?
Yes, sir.
Come on over. It's time to play those money cards.
Money cards in place. I busted out twice the money card that flagged on my YouTube channel.
All right, we are just about out of time for this episode, Ricky, so we're just going to jump right into it. Here's your brand new $200 in betting money. I want to see how well you do, starting with this base card of a 6.
I'm going to play it and go $50 higher.
Going on $50 higher than the 6. It's a jack, you're up to $250.
Okay. $100 lower.
Going on $100 lower than the jack. Yes, it's an 8. You got $350 and an 8 now.
Change it with number 1, please.
All right, change it with card number 1. That 8 now becomes a 7.
Oh, shoot. $50 higher.
$50 minimum bet higher than the 7. Nope, it's another 7. So push, no win, no loss there. We move up the 7 to the second row, give you that additional $400 in betting money. You're up to $750 now, and that's 7.
Can I change it with number 3?
You can. That 7 now becomes a 9. Ugh, ugly cards on the money cards this time around.
I know. I'm going to go $100, and I'm going to go lower.
All right, $100 lower than the 9. It's a 5. Okay, up to $850 now.
Better card. $150 higher.
All right, $150 higher than that 5. No, the 5 gets you again. Drop down to $700 there, but a 4.
$500 higher.
All right, big bet on the 4 here. Let's try to win some money. $500 higher than 4. It's a 10.
Good.
$1,200 as we move up the 10 to the big bet. You must bet at least $600 on this card.
Change it.
All right, last card to change it with. That 10, your big bet card is now a 4. Must wager at least $600.
$800 higher.
All right, for an even $2,000. $800 higher than the 4. It's a 9. He's done it again.
Yeah.
Congratulations, sir. Another $2,000 for you. Add that to your winnings. Brings you up to a grand total of $20,100. And you are still the champion here on Card Sharks, sir. Congratulations to you.
Thanks, Brandon.
All right, well, an impressive run by the rookie champion here on the show. Who will be the man to take down Ricky? We'll have to find out next time because we are all out of time here for this episode of Card Sharks. I want to thank my players for joining me and thank you guys at home in YouTube land for watching. Remember, if you like the series, please click the like button down below. It really helps my channel. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and ring that bell. That way you never miss an episode of Card Sharks or any of the great games I have here at MVG Productions. And until the cards are dealt out once again and we continue this battle here on Card Sharks, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thank you so much for watching. Remember to share the channel with your friends. Get them to subscribe as well. And we will see you all next time. Take care. Bye for now, folks. Bye.